Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Right, our teacher for this week is the Dalai Lama. And the theme for today's meditation is a little bit outward looking. For the most part, our themes all look inward and try to make sense of what happens inside of us, but every now and again we do a TONGLEN meditation, which is outwards looking, specifically looking at the humans around us and reaching for a bit of an understanding. Specifically, the message from the Dalai Lama today says, when you look at the human beings around you, realize what you see. More people are wounded than not. Good morning, Charlene. Hello. Good morning, Sunmari. Awesome seeing you here. So it's likely that every human around you has at some point, or more likely, multiple points in their life been wounded. And it is helpful for us when we look at the human behavior around us to remember that people tend to react from their wounds. People tend to react from that wounding. Hey Leanne, good morning, good to see you. You know what it feels like to be in survival mode, right? To have periods in your life when fear is the dominant state that you experience. Everything feels scary and you just don't see how it gets better. When you look at the humans around you and their behavior, please remember most people are constantly experiencing their own version of survival mode. Pat, a very good morning. Hello, awesome seeing you. So from the Dalai Lama, he says, "This is my simple religion. There is no need for temples, no need for complicated philosophy. Our own brain, our own heart is our temple. The philosophy is kindness. It's that simple. No need for big temples. And the philosophy does not have to be complicated. The only philosophy we need is kindness." He says the planet does not need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, more healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of all kind. Hey Anthony, good evening to you, man. He says that whether one is rich or poor, educated or illiterate, religious or non-believing, man or woman, black or white or brown, we are all the same. Physically, emotionally, and mentally, we are all equal. We all share basic needs for food, shelter, safety, and love. We all aspire to happiness, and we all shun suffering. Each of us has hopes, worries, fears, and dreams. Each of us wants the best for our family and loved ones. We all experience pain when we suffer loss and joy when we achieve what we seek. On this fundamental level, religion, ethnicity, culture, and language makes no difference. We are all really the same. Our prime purpose in this life is to help one another. If you can't help someone, at least don't hurt them. As you breathe in, cherish yourself. As you breathe out, cherish all beings. Be kind whenever possible, and it is always possible. Understanding that for the most part the humans around us are reacting from their own wounding and in need of healing, it doesn't mean that we discard our own boundaries. But even our boundaries can inflict damage when they are created in ignorance and not in understanding. So this is our meditation today. It's called TONGLEN, and it is a look at the humans around us with a bit more understanding and going through a practice of earnestly trying to send them as much love and light as we can. So if you're ready, you can close your eyes and let's float away together on today's journey, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. deep breath in. And out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly, and as you fill your belly with air, feel yourself grow, feel yourself expand from your core outwards in all directions. And once you have a belly full of air, then again let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. Every time you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. I want you to imagine that all of us together are the green leaves on a tree. We all together make this beautiful green tree. And just like the leaves on a tree inhales and exhales, inhales what we think of as toxic, and exhales what we think of as good. Breathing in all of the CO2 and exhaling all of the oxygen. Just imagine us together, the green leaves on a tree. And how with every inhale, we're breathing in what we think of as harmful, and breathe out what we think of as pure and good and love. And for the moment, see how the space around us is cleared of dark clouds. With every inhale, we are breathing in the dark clouds around the tree. holding it in our bellies for a moment and exhaling into the space around our tree, light and love. Breathing together, see how the space around our tree becomes clearer and clearer, less dark clouds and more light and love. See how the space around our tree grows and the light and the love touches more trees. We're also clearing the space around them. The light and love radiating from you is infectious. It reminds other people that we are all sources of light. It makes the world a lighter and brighter place. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles. Forward and to the left, and also forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. See if you can lean your head over to the left and your hips over to the right, curving your spine into an S from your head down to your tailbone. And then switch sides. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel how softness settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling, feel your body slowly softening, and feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, our journey today takes a look at the humans around us through soft and kind eyes. Take your next big breath. TONGLEN is the practice of inhaling what someone might be struggling with. Inhaling the pain and suffering they might be experiencing, inhaling their dark clouds, and then holding it in your belly for a moment, feeling it transform, feeling how it warms up and turns into light and love, and then breathing into the space around them, love and light from your heart. We start our journey with a really small circle and then make the circle bigger and bigger. So our first stop are the humans closest to you, those that you share a home with, or perhaps in the past used to share a home with. Bring them together in your mind, and with your next big breath, see yourself breathing in the dark clouds around them, and perhaps someone specifically stands out for you today. You can do this for the group or for this one person who stands out to you. Breathe in the dark clouds around them, hold it in your belly for a few moments. Feel it warm up and transform in your belly. And when you exhale, breathe out into the space around them, love and light, and watch their faces as they recognize the light around them. Take your next big breath. We'll make the circle slightly bigger, and for the moment stick to close family. Add in, if they're not already there, because they might already have been there, but add in mother and father, caregivers, grandparents, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts, nieces and nephews, cousins. Bring them together in your mind, the whole group. Take a look at all of their faces and see if perhaps someone stands out for you today. You can do the exercise for the whole group or for the one that catches your attention. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, just imagine seeing yourself breathing in their pain and suffering, their dark clouds, drawing it into your belly, holding it for a few moments, feeling how it transforms, and then breathing into the space around them, love and light, and watch their faces as they recognize the light around them. Take your next big breath. We'll make the circle slightly bigger. And bring in all of those humans that you regularly spend time with, or who you know fairly well. This could be friends, colleagues, clients, the friends of friends, friends of your kids, perhaps the teachers of your kids. People whose names and faces we know well. We've spent at least some time having a chat or a conversation. This is quite a large group. Bring them all together and look at their faces and see if perhaps someone stands out for you today. You can do the exercise for the whole group or for that person who catches your attention. Perhaps you have a good idea of what someone is dealing with right now. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself inhale all of their dark clouds. Breathe deep into your belly and hold it for a few moments. And feel how inside of you, their pain and suffering turns into love and light. And breathe out into the space around them. Love and light from your heart. And watch their faces as they recognize the light around them. Take your next big breath. We'll make the circle all the way bigger to include all of the humans we brush shoulders with, specifically the ones we don't know, faces without names. We sit in traffic, and these other humans are around us in their own bubbles. We walk in a shopping center, and we pass thousands of others. Perhaps you regularly recognize a face of a cashier or a waiter or a security guard, but have no idea who this human is. All of these nameless faces, bring them together. See them as one huge group. Perhaps one of those faces stand out for you today. Then bring that one closer. And as you take a deep breath, see yourself inhale all of their dark clouds. Hold it in your belly for a few moments. Feel it transform. And exhale into the space around them, love and light. Take your next big breath. let's make this circle really small again. Right now, there is a circle of beautiful humans sitting right here with you, each fighting their own battles that we might know nothing about. Some of the names you might have started recognizing from Facebook. Perhaps some of them you've even gotten to know. But each a beautiful human being with the intention of being a source of light for the world around them. See the group together, and perhaps someone specifically stands out for you today. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see yourself inhaling their dark clouds. Hold it in your belly for a few moments and feel it transform. And then breathe out into the space around them. Love and light from your heart, watching their faces as they recognize the light around them. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths from this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness to settle in every fiber of your being. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. TONGLEN meditation is a reminder of looking at the humans around us through kind eyes. It's a reminder that everyone is fighting their own battle that we know nothing about. And it's a reminder that just like ourselves, the humans around us most likely have somewhere in their lives or multiple times experienced deep wounding. And very often people react from those wounds. The Dalai Lama says, "This is my simple religion. There is no need for temples, no need for complicated philosophy. Our own brain, our own heart is our temple. The philosophy is kindness. The planet does not need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, more healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of all kind. Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. As you breathe in, cherish yourself. As you breathe out, cherish all beings. Be kind whenever possible, and it is always possible." This does not mean, or this does not try to say, that we should let people abuse us and walk all over us. This does not try to create the idea that we shouldn't have boundaries. But often our boundaries also are infused with our own wounding. And our boundaries, when we lack understanding, our boundaries don't just protect ourselves, but they wound others. Can we remember that everyone around us already suffers their own wounding? And that, of course, we should have our own boundaries. But if we come from a place of understanding, a place of wisdom, then our boundaries are softer too. Even the strongest boundaries can come with a healthy dose of kindness and love. Keeping ourselves safe without wounding anyone else. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this reminder from the Dalai Lama that we are here to help the humans around us, but when we can't help, we should at least not be hurting. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder that everyone's fighting a battle that we may not know anything about. Take a deep breath in. Thank you to you for being a source of light in the world around you. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to be clearer about your boundaries without having those same boundaries inflict more hurt in the world around you. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. for being on our journey today. Linda, a very good morning. I don't think I've seen you yet. Lisa Ann, hello. Thank you for joining us. I'm not sure right now where in the world you are from, if it's good morning or good evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Leanne. Hope you have a great day. Leshna, very good morning. Craig, thank you for popping in and joining us. Thank you, Sunmari. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Anthony. Have an awesome day. Let's remember to look at the humans around us through kind eyes. But even more than that, and this is really where it starts. Maybe you should go and do that right now. Just go to the mirror and try and make sure that you look at you through kind eyes as well. Have an awesome day. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.